first exercise we're going to talk about is a back squat. This is a lower extremity exercise, and some of the primary muscles used in this are the gluteus maximus and the quadriceps group. To begin, come underneath the bar and rest it on your upper chest. Hands should be a little wider than shoulder width apart, as well as your feet. Your toes should be facing forward. To begin, lift the bar off the rack, take a couple of steps back, and when you come down, you want to come down so your upper thighs are parallel to the ground, and then back up. There are many keys to performing a back squat correctly. The first is to keep your head up and your eyes forward. You want to keep your back straight and avoid rounding or arching your back. Sit back as you perform the lift and reach as far behind as you can. Avoid having your knees coming over top of your toes. This can create shearing forces underneath the kneecaps. Your weight should be back as you perform the lift, and you should be pushing up through your heels. The heels should never leave the ground as you perform the lift. The second lift we're going to talk about is the bench press. This is an upper extremity lift that focuses primarily on the pec major while also hitting the triceps, serratus anterior, and anterior delt. To begin, lay back on the bench while keeping your feet flat on the ground. Get a grip that's wider than shoulder width apart and bring the weight off of the rack. Slowly lower the weight to your chest, but do not bounce it off of your chest. Keep your arms horizontal abduction while performing this. To finish the lift, bring the weight back to starting position. Be sure to keep your back on the ground the entire time while performing the lift and don't allow it to come off of the ground. The final lift that I'm going to demonstrate is a hang clean, which is an Olympic lift. It's a total body exercise as well as an explosive exercise. To begin, get a grip that's wider than shoulder width apart, and bring the bar up to slightly above your knees. For the shrug and extension phase of the lift, you're going to explode off with your knees and hips, coming off the ground slightly. From here, you're going to shrug the weight up to about your collarbone. For now, I'm going to demonstrate this part of the lift, which is the first half of the lift. Next, I'm going to demonstrate the third and fourth phases of the hang clean. The third phase begins once the bar is at its peak. From here, the athlete is going to flip their elbows up down and get their hands underneath the bar while coming deep into a squatted position with their weight back. The final phase of the lift is squatting the weight up. Putting these two phases together, it'll look like this. The weight is at its peak. The athlete flips their hands under while coming into a squat and squats the weight up. This is an example of the